Why did your member of parliament not tell you about that which was happening in parliament? If they truly love you, if this current bunch of politicians are so dear and they love Kenyans, while these bills that they are now, some of them coming out to talk against, while it went through the readings in parliament and it was passed by parliament, then the speaker took it to the office of the president to assent them into law. Where was your member of parliament? So who are the fools here? It is we, the common mwananchi, whom they want to play against each other. Let us not allow such kind of a menace to be wield us. The tribal politics that the politicians are currently playing is nothing by default, but it is so designed to make sure that Kenyans all day, all times are divided. These antics you are seeing on social media are nothing but just distractions from the real issues that we are supposed to be focusing on. What am I talking about? Remember, just before Raila Amolo Odinga's death, there were 8 bills that were signed into law. And these bills would have brought outrage into the government, and that would make them so ungovernable. They already knew the demise of Raila Amolo Odinga. So, in any situation that happens, the government will always want to take advantage of it. How? To make us focus on other issues and not focus on the real issue, which among them is the privatization bill and also the Lands Act of 2024. Leave alone the cyber crimes, the Computer Misuse and Cyber Crimes Bill of 2024 that was assented to law. That is just but the smoke of the screen. The other day, we had the way Mutahi Kahiga spoke. We had Gladys Wanga, the governor of Homa Bay County, retaliate and respond to Mutahi Kahiga. All these are just but games to make sure that the government is going ahead with its project misinterrupted or uninterrupted. The ODM, remember, the large chunk of it is in the broad-based government. Whether we like it or not, it seems like the person who is now pulling the strings even in ODM is William Samoei Ruto. And through that, the best way they can use is to create a distraction. And there is rumor, days before Mutahi Kahiga could give that or those inflammatory remarks celebrating the demise of Odinga, was having a meeting allegedly with William Samoei Ruto Adendwale included. And they had clear instructions of having him say such kind of words which will create an outrage. And you see, he came prepared to resign as the chair of the Council of Governors. And through that also, we saw Gladys Wanga play to the tune and also upscaling it. Actually, it was being said that Gladys Wanga is the female version of Mutahi Kahiga. Now, all of these, to whose benefit is it, if not these same politicians? Remember the rule of divide and rule tactic. That is exactly what they are trying. I once watched a clip of this TikToker known as Chege Majuiza that one day he wanted to know how he was being cultured from childhood to his adulthood, that Raila Amolo Odinga didn't like the Agikuyu. But when he sat down with Mzee, he told him, you see, There was nothing like a fight between the Luo and the Agikuyu. It was a making of the colonialists. They killed one and played it against the other community to believe that it is that community that killed one of them. And it is through that they inculcated the culture of tribalism. There was never tribalism in Kenya. And through that, now that we are having a generation that is leaderless, a generation that is tribeless, a generation that when they speak about issue-based things that they feel the government should fulfill. Then the government is feeling the pinch. A people united shall never be defeated. When you unite, when you come together, then these politicians lose their power. But when they manage to divide you, it is easier to manipulate and control you. Therefore, my clarion call is to you, a Kenyan citizen, to vehemently call off these issues of politicians trying to segregate us along tribal lines, along tribal cocoons, so that we feel another tribe is looking down upon us, and then the inferiority complex comes in. We feel like, oh, we are being looked down upon. On the other end, the others feel that they are superior to the others. Hence, the superiority complex trickles in. We should not be the case. At the end of the day, when you allow yourselves to be divided, remember, you are becoming a meal to these politicians. There was once a situation that I once gave you, and it did happen back in the days. It is in history that when Jomo Kenyatta and Moi were never in good terms, the late president, he told him, you see, when we are divided, we are going to lose our meal. When we are divided, we are going to lose our capital. What was their meal? What was their capital? It was you, the citizen. So, when they are divided, our eyes get to open. But when they are united, we are blinded forever, and they have some extortionist kind of ideas that they implement day in, day out, day and night, without rest, to make sure that they manage to divide us. We should not allow that. We should not give room for that, because it is only we who are going to suffer. It will make us not focus on the issues of the Constitution. It will make us forget about the Articles 33, 34, and 35, which are the fundamentals of our Constitution that should be on our fingertips, the freedom of speech. If we are not careful, then we are going to lose our lands, because the freehold is now being turned into leasehold. All the lands will now be belonging to the government. These are the issues that we should be focusing on. The loggerheads at which they want us to be with each other in the nation, it is something that we shouldn't embrace at all. Leave alone those government bloggers who are actually the first persons to propagate what Mutahi Kahiga said. It only tells you this was a planned agenda. Like I told you, in politics, nothing happens by default. Everything is designed. Whenever a situation occurs, it's always like, what can we do to distract the people from that which they feel the government is oppressing them with? Therefore, creating lots of distraction and keeping us, the youth, so busy focusing on the distractions while they are passing draconian laws and bills is the game that they know how to play. On 15th of October, it is when they claim these laws were passed. We didn't even watch it in the parliamentary proceedings. Why did your member of parliament not tell you about that which was happening in parliament? If they truly love you, if this current bunch of politicians are so dear and they love Kenyans, while these bills that they are now, some of them coming out to talk against, while it went through the readings in parliament and it was passed by parliament, then the speaker took it to the office of the president to assent them into law. Where was your member of parliament? So who are the fools here? It is we, the common mwananchi, whom they want to play against each other. Let us not allow such kind of a menace to be wield us. What's your take? What's your thought on this? Give me your thought in the comment section below. And if you love watching our content from our YouTube channel and you love content of this nature, kindly subscribe and press the notification button so anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Thanks for all those who were patient with me. I was, having some nostril blockage. I couldn't be speaking well. Now my normal voice is back and I'm happy about it. Anyway, my name is Ahmed Khali for the Unscripted Talks here in Dab Radio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dab Radio ndio mpango mzima.